I'm John, and I'm a retired building maintenance man. Got some things I've hoarded here. This is stuff for maintenance projects, and I guess I just got lately, so I can't get anything done. I think that I must be a hoarder due to the circumstances of my house. I'm overwhelmed. When I look at it now, it makes me feel depressed.
I'm Shelley, and I'm John's oldest daughter. I know my father's a hoarder. When we opened the door, we would just see mountains on both sides of the doorway. The living room was buried, the den was buried, and there was a small path through the hallway to his bedroom.
I'm Erica, and I'm John's middle daughter. My dad is an extreme hoarder. There's a lot of trash everywhere. It's not habitable in any way, shape, or form, and it's scary.
We could hear rats in the house. You could hear scampering around.
Since just before January, I've had a rat infestation, and they've pretty well taken over in here.
I actually looked into the bookshelf straight from the doorway, and I saw a big rodent on the bookshelf.
There's a BB gun back there with a telescopic sight on it. I was gonna start using it on the rats.
He laid on the bed and had a little BB gun by the bed and was shooting at the rats. Basically, it's 30 years of deferred maintenance. And my dad was a maintenance man. It's funny how people don't want to do their own job in their own homes.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name's Corey Chalmers, and I'm an extreme cleaner that specializes in biohazard and hoarding. You ready, John?
Yeah.
All right, let's get over to that courtyard.
This is just bedding.
It's what?
Bedding. Her old pillows, so we can get rid of that.
All right. These fluorescents are obsolete now. They have the LED ones that put out twice as much
Good.
light.
We have Daniel and Mario both here with their flatbed trailer, and they're getting these cars out of here. Daniel and Mario are pulling the truck out right now, and there's bees coming out everywhere. People are literally running down the street for their lives, getting stung multiple times. We're gonna have to address this and get a beekeeper out here stat.
Yeah.
Put this one on your table over there.
Yeah. That's very good food. 40 gallons of milk right there.
You don't need 40 gallons of milk.
Well,
I've never seen this old of food in a house. I really haven't.
okay.
The camper left on the side of the house will definitely stop him from passing on the next inspection. We got to figure out a way to get this out of here. We just finished the last crushing load of this thing. But now, down to the last couple hours, this is our final push. We're doing the heavy-duty cleaning, trying to make as much progress on this place as we can with the little time we have remaining. We are definitely running out of time, but we're going to do as much as we can to get this place as pretty as possible, even though that's a pretty big task. Our goal was not to furnish this house for John to move back into, but give it the minimum furnishings for him or the family to stay there while contractors are working. There's a fridge to put drinks in, there's a place to sit. That's all they need until this place is ready for him to move back home.
Wow.
Wow, does it look like a different house, John?
Yeah. Oh, wow. How did they get that clean?
Oh my gosh, John, you got to look at that. You ever seen this kitchen look like this for a while?
No. I can't believe that tile looks like it looks so good. It's like I didn't know it'd ever get that clean again. It looks shiny.
There's hope.
This is the first time I have literally seen a smile on John's face, and it's not coming off. I'm not sure if it's because Janet's here or he's really happy with the house, but this is a new side of him, and I'm loving it.
It's definitely has some hope and things you can do.
This
out
can be
here.
handled.
Yeah,
This can be handled.
this can be handled.
It's the best outcome we could ever ask for. More than even expected.
Oh, it's kind of bad.
Oh my gosh. I actually didn't think this room was this big.
This is pretty big.
This is a pretty big room. I think it looks amazing, and I can't even believe they got to that point from the way it looked a week ago.
Overall, like Dr. Zazia said, we couldn't be happier with what we had to work with, the outcome that we have.
I think that John has made a lot of progress in his understanding about his hoarding behaviors, and hopefully that will be sufficient to prevent him from re-hoarding his house again. Combined with the aftercare that we're going to provide and the love and support from his family and Janet, I think the outcome is going to be really good.
I'm BG, and I'm retired, and I'm the wife of Lee.
I'm Lee, and I'm BG's husband. This house is over 100 years old.
It's elaborate. It's a beautiful house to begin with because it's Victorian, it's Queen Anne style.
People on the outside don't know we have a long ways to go on the inside.
I'm Laura, and BG and Lee are my parents. Their house is just things everywhere. Once you're through the door, it's just overwhelming.
Well, I know that I didn't have things that I might have wanted when I was growing up. That set me off on a pattern of trying to get those things and trying to make sure my kids had those things. Oh, my current relationship with Lee is not good. We are legally separated.
It's an untenable situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of friction. I feel that he sabotages whatever I do.
My wife has a certain number of axes to grind
Oh, that was a nice thing to say, as usual.
and is very good at grinding them.
Lee has 99.99% control. He's a complete control freak.
Here, hold this. Here. No. Dump them in.
He actually boarded up every doorway.
I think that there is a long history of disagreements. We had a big fight. She did file for divorce. I intended to be married until I died. A divorce was never part of anything I would consider. She doesn't understand divorce. She doesn't understand community property. She doesn't understand any of that.
I'm not happy living in this situation. We are financially bound to the house, and I cannot leave and he cannot leave. There's no ability for one person to go somewhere and live somewhere else because the person who's remaining cannot pay for the house.
If we get a divorce, whatever financial planning I was able to do, it'll screw it up.
Yes, I would say there is a crisis. I think if we don't get this mess cleaned up, that it's going to destroy me, and or it will destroy Lee.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger. I'm a professional organizing expert, and I specialize in hoarding. We're here. We're ready to go. I've got 20 people. Go, go, go.
It's brand new, and look at it now. It's got a thing on it. It was pushed and shoved. We need to set some standards. We've got the house locked now. We need to get something straight, because I'm not going to glue and replace everything I own.
I'm Dr. Robin Zazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in OCD and compulsive hoarding. We haven't even started yet, and they're telling us that things are broken.
Well, be careful of this, and the guy's here. I come back, and then this is destroyed.
We've been working, 15 minutes maybe, and the whole process has stopped.
I've had it. I've said be careful.
They've locked their house. We can't get in. We can't do the work. There might not be a project here.
Dorothy, are you in here?
All right. I have to lock that. I have explicit instructions.
Well, no, they can't. We can't lock them out of the house.
But they're not to be in here without him. I'm just telling you what I'm told. I'm not.
No, I
I'm
understand.
not going against it.
I understand. Lee?
Yes.
We can't get stuff out of the house if the front door is locked. We can't have the front door locked because we can't get in and out. We're trying to do a service for you. You've got to give us a little bit.
You want to sell stuff. You've been talking about doing a yard sale. Well, guess what? If you choose to say yes, I have an entire team who's ready to post signs right now.
Can they sell it?
And they can sell it for you.
Works for me.
Oh my God, I don't believe it! No way! Woo!
Yay, Dorothy! Yay, Dorothy!
But at the end of the day, we want to know whether it's really selling. If it's not, then you need to come clear that yard sales aren't the way for you.
Donate, free, what would you...
Free.
Okay.
You think you could take the trampoline with you? If I come back. Go ahead, take a spin on it. It'll be great. Okay.
For all these years, Lee's been talking about having a yard sale. And this is his long plan that he's had forever. And this was gonna be the reason why they've got the hoard, because he's ready for the yard sale. He's not at the yard sale. He's not even there. And then every once in a while, he appears and takes something back out and puts it back in the yard. Not a very good yard sailor. Okay, welcome everybody. Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, first things first.
We're not here to do garage sales or yard sales. That's the first time in history that we've ever done that. What we were trying to actually do was to prove a point that most of your stuff was not stuff that people were going to purchase.
It was a 7-hour yard sale. We had 93 customers. We sold virtually nothing. Going forward, we want to give you a living room today that you can host your grandkids in, trick-or-treating, whatever is coming up.
You want to do that, and I do know that, and I do appreciate that.
Works for all of us. Perfect.
And you're shooting the You have time for that. God. I told you how many times? 1,000? You need to deal with your stuff because you're going to complain all night and I'm going to have to listen to it. Listen to me now. Yes. These are the ones you said you were keeping. Do you have to keep those? You got to deal with this, okay? We've had 5 fights in the last hour because he won't help me. First this,
has been a problem for 40 years. It was in our son's room. I wanted it to get gone. He takes something like this and puts it in my hallway. Then he puts boxes on it, then he puts more boxes on it, and then furniture and boxes and furniture and boxes. Nothing goes where it belongs, so, and then nothing makes sense, and you can't get to anything.
That's correct.
I want this out, I want this out. And he knows, I've just argued with him for an hour. He won't touch anything, but he wants to keep the stuff. I can't get any help.
They will help
Okay.
you.
Oh, no.
Lee and BG should have gotten rid of at least 15 truckloads worth of stuff. They got rid of 2. We cleared the stairways, we cleared the hallways, so that if there's a fire, they actually can get the fire department in here. That was my mission. Anything beyond that was like, woohoo! And just so happened we gave them a living room back. And it's beautiful. Let's go into a living room where you could have some holidays and family.
Ow! Oh my gosh.
Good job.
I'm really concerned. I think it's great that we cleared a room, but that's all we did. All we did was move all your stuff downstairs. We really didn't do anything for you.
I feel you did.
I appreciate that. My concern is that you guys are still sticking to your stuff. You're not letting it go. On top of that, there is so much tension in this relationship between the two of you. And even though we've cleared a space, it's also cleared a space for the two of you to argue more, to bicker more, and to get into the issues more. So it's gonna be critical that you follow up with some therapy because you guys aren't gonna survive it. I hope that you guys can make a commitment to keep this space off limits to any box.
Well, I do need to put back in the living room whatever belongs in the living room that's in the yard.
Dr.
Okay.
Zazio, I call it a clutter-free zone.
Yep.
I'm certain that there's going to be a couple pieces of furniture to go back in there. Yeah, it's pretty barren.
The hallway and the stairs
Yes.
must not have a stitch on it.
The hallway looks very lonely and, just, not happening.
You put one thing down, it's like it breeds another and breeds another.
I am really worried about Lee and BG. If they don't follow through with aftercare services, it's only a matter of time before they bring in more stuff because they don't have any insight. I don't believe that they're going to be successful.
I'm James, I'm a retired policeman. Some old men go to casinos, some old men go fishing. My enjoyment is going out to yard sales and swap meets. I see this thing or that thing, and it don't need to be going to the dump. And so I bring it home and tinker with it. And that's why I got stuff like this. Everything has a use. You just gotta know what to do with it.
My name is Michelle, and I'm James's daughter. I'm not sure if there's a definition for hoarder, but if there was, he'd most definitely fall into it. He brings everything in, and then nothing ever goes out again.
My name is Phyllis, and I'm Jimmy's wife. There's hammers, there's axes, there's hay hooks. If he sees a beautiful tool, he'll pick it up and bring it home.
I thought maybe I'd have a little resale shop or thrift store or something like that, but it never seemed to work out.
My name is Gina. I'm the assistant city attorney. The issue is cut and dry. James's property has been declared a public nuisance. It just needs to be cleaned up.
Somebody else who doesn't have his tendencies would just say, oh, sure, I made a mess, I'll clean it up. But he's probably one of the most stubborn people I've ever met in my life.
I live in America. You own property. You pay the taxes on it. people, they have the right to live there as they please.
After over 3 years of allowing James to informally try to clean up his property, the city determined that it was in its best interest to file a lawsuit to spur some kind of actual response.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name's Corey Chalmers, and I'm an extreme hoarding cleanup specialist. We're all gathered today to help James, who's facing a very serious crisis. Okay, the city's coming down on you. They've given you a deadline in which the majority of this stuff has to be removed. So we have a lot of resources coming to help you. To clean up James' property, we're gonna have a 60-yard bin delivered, and that's just gonna be for all the scrap metal. We're gonna have 4 junk trucks that are gonna be hauling away about 2,000 pounds each every time we fill it. This is gonna be a huge undertaking. All right, so you guys all ready to do this? All right, let's get started.
My name is Dr. Robin Zazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in OCD and compulsive hoarding. We got started this morning, and right off the top, James says everything can go. James, is there anything in here that you want to keep?
No, that's all right.
So far, he's showed no emotion about getting rid of his stuff. Does it bother you seeing all this stuff on the truck? No? He doesn't want to deal with the pain, he doesn't want to deal with the hurt, and he doesn't want to deal with the loss. So he keeps deflecting by not answering my questions, singing
Red River Valley.
He doesn't want to face his emotions about what's going on here. So he gets funny.
Let it go. Let it be.
James, how is it that you haven't been able to let anybody
Holy
take...
Mary said to me.
James, you're killing me.
They want you to go through your thought process so they can help you change it.
Yeah, I'll work on it tomorrow, maybe.
You can't work on everything tomorrow. Then nothing gets done. My father, he's in denial, absolutely. I'm hoping at some point the floodgate will open and he'll be able to look the beast in the face and want to do something about it. Or he can just, turn a blind eye and not deal with it.
I'm done. You guys do what you have to do.
Sorry to hear that.
What are you thinking? You're getting a little teary.
I guess I just want this to be over.
Do you know that this is not the way she wants to live, James?
Maybe not.
Michelle, what's going on?
It's just so sad. And I want to help, and I can't take over his life, and I can't lose my job to keep helping. But if he doesn't want to learn anything different, there's nothing I can do. I started crying because I saw Phyllis crying, and I realized how much she doesn't want to live this way. Then I thought, how would I feel if I had somebody that I was in love with who was doing this to me? It's pretty tragic.
Immediately upon stepping inside of the house, I was overwhelmed. It was filled with trash and rotting food.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh. That's a cantaloupe that has been deteriorating for Lord knows how long, and your refrigerator is filled with maggots. Oh, Lord. Oh, Phyllis. There were cobwebs and spiders and other vermin that had clearly been running around and defecating. Can't keep living like this, and I know it's very hard for you to assert yourself and to stand up for yourself. And when all your efforts to clean up your home are being undermined, it's time to get some outside support.
That's what we're doing. We're trying to help.
At this point, cleaning out the house is way too big a job for us to do with the time that we have left. So we're going to arrange for aftercare services to have a crew come back and help them clean out the inside of their home.
Hey, what about this? It's an old mitt.
But all it needs is a little bit of that oil, what do you call it? Needs to put oil on it. It'd be fixed up just perfectly. That's a nice mitt.
It's a child size.
So?
So you don't have any children anymore. Good job. What about this caulking gun?
Yeah, throw it away. Toss it.
So finally, James is taking responsibility. He's actually being able to pick the stuff up and make decisions.
Just throw it away.
But there's a lot of work still to do in the backyard. We have to clean it up and just get rid of it all so the city will be satisfied.
Knock her down.
We're demolishing the building that James had hoped and dreamed would be a retail shop. I look down at him. He's got a smile on his face. I'm really blown away by this because when I first met him, he was in tears, thinking about letting go of all of his stuff, all of his hopes and dreams. What are you feeling right now, James?
You gotta let go. You gotta let go of things.
Are you feeling sad?
And more futuristic about what I'm gonna do after this, you know, and what things are gonna be like after it's done.
We've made a lot of progress. We removed 8 dump trucks full of stuff, averaging about 2,000 pounds each, and we removed 2 recycling bins that were 60 yards, probably 7 tons each.
I'm glad to see all this stuff gone away from here so we can go out in the yard and have a barbecue.
Hopefully at this point the city's off his back and that pressure is off him and he'll find his will to live again. And if he finds that, then I feel like job well done, job accomplished.